And so that's something to say for for him. So kudos for that, and it's okay to brag a bit, Dad, because I know how much work it takes to support our kids that way. Some kids are easier than others. Yeah.
Well, Al will tell you that I'm a very stickler, and it has something to do about my own career. That's how, and I just try to instill those things in him.
Oh, she says she's in the waiting room, Alfred.
I got her.
Awesome. There you go. Yay!
iPhone. She must be on the iPhone.
Yeah.
Carl.
Yeah.
So it looks like she's connected. Now there she is.
Hey.
Yay. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.
Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning. How are you guys today?
Doing well.
Oh, good. Glad to hear it. Thank you so much for meeting me over Zoom. Yes.
So I was telling them that you'll stop by now that you know the ropes on how to get into FedEx, because the security is pretty tight there. So you know how to do it.
Yes, for sure. We were
and then another thing we were talking about is his long-term career goals are in IT. And so he's needing to finish up one class, digital photography, on his undergraduate program, and so he's wanting to get that class. Something happened where he wasn't able to get into that class, and so I'm going to see what I can do to make some phone calls to Highline to see if they'll go ahead and admit him back in. If not, I might pass the torch on to you to see what you can do come next week, so that we can get that going. And then basically once he's done with that particular class, then he wants to create an outline of how to achieve his educational goals to meet his career goals. And I explained to them that although we can't support him in his education, we can certainly frame the work that he's doing for school around a career goal, right?
Yeah.
And we can talk about that, Amanda, a little bit more, how we would do that. But in that way, we're able to maybe create a plan and a timeline for him to achieve his goal in IT.
That sounds great. Yeah. That's awesome.
Isn't that great?
Amanda, one thing we want to do was, once we get that, we want to do something in paper, write it out, so we'll all have a copy of that, to be able to see where we need, if we have to make some fine tune, or say, for instance, if you need to communicate with him on a certain thing, we'll have timelines.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think we can do that. And I think the best thing is he's going to send us the career outline of what the requirements are, the coursework.
Yes.
And then the subsequent meetings we can utilize to do that. I figure maybe 10 hours a month could be utilized towards having meetings where we're doing that, and communication even via Zoom. It doesn't always, as long as you meet him, once a week, checking in on him, and then the rest of the time, I think there's about 10 hours left that you could probably utilize helping him start structuring and planning.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I feel really comfortable with that. Definitely did a good amount of that in my college days.
Yeah, exactly. And I figured you've done that. I've done that.
Yeah.
That's how I achieved. I was able to get 2 different separate degrees in 2 years. Of course, I had my initial 2 years, of course, was just the regular basics, but yeah, and it's just my.
And that sounds like, because I don't know if I have my doctorate degree.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, and but now I'm retired. But I just like you say, I'm looking at it from how I structured my own all these goals and so forth. And so
exactly. And if you structure it, you know, again, like I said, you have to have that flexibility too, because of course, may or may not be offered, you know, on a particular, you know, quarter. So you just have to flip it around. But as long as you're flexible with that, I think we can at least create an outline to get you to your goals. And then ultimately, there'll come a time when we say, okay, Alfred's ready to graduate on such and such. And then we're going to have you apply to DVR so that stuff comes to me. And then I start working with you via DVR to do the development. It'll probably be Amanda because she kicks it with job development. She's taken a real interest in it, but that's kind of looking ahead. But now we have to kind of pull ourselves back and do some of the groundwork first.
Okay.
But the big thing was making sure that you two were introduced so that that now you can she can just go ahead and move forward and come see you.
Right.
And develop that relationship.
Just like
perfect,
I was saying, and just like I said, I basically want to step out. I just wanted to be between Alfred and his work group, you know, and Amanda, and I just stay at home just to make sure he's following through. That's
right.
That gives him some accountability.
It does.
We all need that at some level. Even people who work really hard, you know, and are what do I want to say, self-sufficient and as far as motivated, we all have something inside us that helps keep us accountable.
Right.
So that's really important. Amanda does have another client that she's with today, but I'm really glad that we met.
Yeah.
And then I'll let you and Alfred and Amanda work out, you know, how you want to proceed with, you know, beginning that outline, because I'm sure that that's going to have to happen off work time, right? And so I'll let you guys figure that all out. I'm always there on the